This part of the Game Leader program is a trainer module. This is designed for delivery to people who are interested in becoming game leaders. Welcome to the online Game Leader program. This program was designed by OSA technical staff from grassroots development, coaching development and referee development. Acknowledgement also to the Australian Football Association for their content, and this program is approved by the Canadian Soccer Association. This presentation is designed for trainee game leaders. Following the presentation, a short quiz has to be completed. That quiz is available on the E2E Coach Center website. Introduction to the program again is designed for delivery to trainee game leaders. Follow along with the presentation. The presentation takes approximately 20 to 25 minutes. A video is provided to support the presentation. So following the presentation, you can view a short video that explains some of the concepts within the presentation. Also available is a Game Leader resource that can be printed or downloaded. Again, supports the program. The role of the Game Leader. The primary role of the Game Leader is to be a coach of the rules, keeping the game moving while limiting stoppages and assisting the young players with all game restarts. Game leaders will be sensitive to the young age of the players, understanding that at this age they are learning. The game leader should show patience and flexibility to ensure all players are involved and all are having fun. The game leader can be a club representative, a parent, youth player, or beginning referee. The game leader should always be approachable and enthusiastic. The game leader should be enthusiastic and approachable while encouraging all children to have fun and promoting that different children take restarts. So ensuring when the ball goes out of play, or there's a free kick, or a restart from the halfway line, that different children are able to experience that restart. Ensure the field is marked out, safe and suitable for play. We encourage game leaders to take a look at the OSA resource Game Organization Guide. The Game Organization Guide shows various small-sided game field layouts, and it's available on the OSA website under LTPD Resources. The game leader should ensure that the ball and the player's equipment meet the requirements of Law 2 and Law 4. The game leader should use a ready, set, go prompt to encourage quick decisions when restarting play. There is no requirement for the game leader to use a whistle. We are encouraging game leaders to not use a whistle, but use their voice to restart the play and give instructions and directions to the players. The game leader should encourage children to dribble or pass the ball into play from all restarts rather than a big kick. So the game leader should encourage children to dribble or pass. The ultimate decision will be made by the child, but certainly we do not want the children to just kick the ball into the field aimlessly. The game leader should ensure the opposing team is back to the halfway line for all goal line restarts. This is called the retreat line. Encourage team officials and parents to create a safe, enjoyable and positive playing environment for the children, and do not emphasize winning or losing. Remember that most acts of handball, fouls and misconduct at this level are caused by a lack of coordination with no intent. If you decide a deliberate or serious act of handball or foul misconduct has occurred, explain to the child gently that they have done something wrong and they should try not to do this again. Praise and encourage both teams. Most importantly, remember the children are learning the game. Be flexible and be patient. Encourage all team officials to allow for equal playing time of all players. The game leader acts as a timekeeper and keeps a record of the match. There is no requirement to record scores or goal scorers, but the game leader should keep track of the time, and if there's any discipline that has been taken place, the game leader should keep a record of that. The game leader stops, suspends, or abandons the match because of serious weather or outside interference. The game leader should ensure that a player who is bleeding leaves the field of play until the bleeding is stopped and that the child is getting attention from a game official. Provide the appropriate authorities, the club, the district, with a match report including information of any disciplinary action that may have been taken. This chart here shows the different ages of the children, the field width, field length, goal size, format of play, game duration, ball size, and the maximum game day roster. So for U6, the field length would range from 18 meters to 22 meters. The field length would range from 25 meters to 30 meters. The goal size. Pug nets or goals that are 5 feet by 8 feet. Again for U6, the format of play is 3 versus 3 with no goalkeeper. The game duration would be a maximum of 30 minutes. The ball size for U6 is a size 3, and the maximum roster size for U6 players is 6. For U7 and U8 players, the field width would range from 25 meters to 30 meters. So here you see the field getting a little bit wider. The field length for U7 and U8 as it ranged from 30 to 36 meters. Again, the field's getting a little bit longer. The goal size, 5 feet by 8 feet. For U7 and U8, you can choose 5v5 with a goalkeeper or 4v4 with no goalkeeper as a format of play. Game duration slightly longer now. Game duration a maximum of 40 minutes. For U7 players, a size 3 ball, and for U8 players, a size 4 ball. U7 maximum roster is 8, and for U8 maximum roster size is 10 players. The field of play. The next section talks about the field of play. We are very fortunate in Ontario. We have beautiful fields where our children play on. So the game leader should check the playing area is safe. For example, check that sprinkler heads are not sticking out from the ground. There are no holes around the sprinkler heads. There are no potholes on the field, sharp objects laying on the grass, sticks, etc. This safety inspection can be performed at the same time as the pitch is being marked by the game leader. If necessary, the game leader would mark out the pitch, so physically stepping and placing a cone every 10 meters. Make a mark to indicate the halfway line. This mark could be using a different colored cone or placing a flag or a pole at the halfway line. It's important to know where the halfway line is, as during the game this would act as the retreat line. check the goal size is correct. If not using pop-up goals and goals are not available, using cones or poles is an alternative to using the goals and is perfectly acceptable. The game leader should check the correct number of players are on the field. The goal area, which is the area the goalkeeper can use his or her hands, is defined as 2 meters from the goalposts or goal line directly in front of the net. There is no requirement to mark out a goal area. The game leader can use his or her best judgment as to where the goalkeeper is on the field when they use their hands. Remember the retreat line. As we have mentioned previously, the retreat line is considered to be the halfway line. In the event of a goal kick, or whenever the goalkeeper has the ball in his or her hands, the opposing players are retreat to approximately the halfway line until the ball is touched by another player other than the goalkeeper of the team in possession. Just a note, substitutions are permitted on the fly, so there is no need to wait for a stoppage in play to make a substitution. The coaching staff of either team should just make sure they get the game leader's attention to inform him or her that a player is leaving the field and a new player is entering the field. But certainly there is no need to wait till a stoppage in play. This diagram here shows the retreat line. The retreat line, as you can see, is indicated on the diagram as the halfway line. So in the example shown, the yellow star has the ball. The blue team are the team in possession. The orange team are the defending team. As you can see, the defending team have retreated to within their own half. The goalkeeper in the blue team gives the ball to a blue player. The moment the blue player touches the ball, the orange team can then enter into the blue team's half. The orange team cannot enter into the blue team's half until the blue player has touched the ball. The player's equipment. Players shall not wear anything that endangers themselves or other players, so the game leader should be inspecting as the players enter the field to ensure that they are wearing clothing that is appropriate and safe for the game. The basic compulsory equipment shall consist of shorts, socks, shin guards, which should be inside the player's socks, and appropriate footwear. Jewellery is not permitted and cannot be taped over. All jewellery must be removed. It cannot be worn and tape placed over the top of the jewellery. It must be removed. Sports headscarves are permitted. Medic alert bracelets and necklaces are permitted but must be fastened securely so as not to bring danger to any other player. A game leader should be aware that a player is wearing a medic alert bracelet. The start and restart of play. The team that wins the toss shall decide which goal to attack in the first half, and the other team will take the kick-off. The other team takes a kick-off in the second half. A drop ball will be awarded if there is an injury, interference by an outside agent, or any other reason that the game leader stops play which is not a foul. Start of play and restart after a goal is scored. So after a goal is scored, the ball is placed on the halfway line, in the middle of the halfway line, and the ball must be passed forward to a teammate from that spot on the halfway line. At this time, all players must be in their own half of the field of play. Opponents must be at least 3 meters away from the ball until it is in play. The ball must touch a teammate before a goal can be scored, so it is not allowable to score directly from a restart after a goal. The ball in and out of play. The game leader will determine whether the ball is in or out of play using his or her best judgment with the field markings that are available, understanding that not all fields will be painted with lines and that many fields will be using cones as the field markings. The ball in, out of play after crossing the touchline. There are no throw-ins. A player from the opposing team to the player that touched the ball last before crossing the touchline will place the ball on the touchline where it left the field of play and pass or dribble the ball into play. The player has an option. They can choose to pass or dribble the ball into play. At this time, all opponents must be at least 3 meters away from the ball until it is in play. The game leader can use his or her judgment if the players are too close to the ball and ask them to back up a little to give the player an opportunity to play the ball into the field or dribble the ball into the field. The ball must touch a teammate before a goal can be scored, so you cannot score directly from a pass in from the touchline. The ball crossing the goal line after either team has touched it. There are no corner kicks. Regardless of which team touched the ball last, a player from the team whose goal line the ball has crossed will place the ball approximately 2 meters in front of the goal and pass or dribble the ball into play. So typically this would be the goalkeeper. So the goalkeeper, if the ball crosses the line, the goalkeeper would place the ball on the field approximately 2 meters in front of the goal. The opposing team would back up to the retreat line, and the goalkeeper would choose to pass to a teammate or dribble the ball into play. Again, the opponents must retreat to the halfway line and can move once the ball is in play, either passed or dribbled. The ball is in play when it is kicked and moves and is touched by another player other than the goalkeeper of the team taking the goal kick, or if the goalkeeper was to play the ball directly out of play. The other team can then restart the game. The ball must touch another player before a goal can be scored, so you cannot score directly from a goal kick. The method of scoring. A goal is scored when the whole of the ball passes over the goal line, between the goalposts and under the crossbar. When goalposts are not available and cones are used for goals, a goal is scored when the ball passes between the cones without touching them below 1.5 meters or 5 feet. Again, the game leader would use their best judgment to estimate that height of 1.5 meters or 5 feet. Fouls and misconduct. The game leader must attempt to explain all infringements to the offending player, so taking the time to gently explain to the player what has happened and the infringement that he or she has caused. All free kicks are indirect, no direct free kicks. Indirect free kicks will be awarded for all actions of handball, fouls and misconduct. Opponents must be at least 2 meters away from the ball when the indirect free kick is taken. An indirect free kick means the ball must be passed to a teammate before a goal can be scored. You cannot score from an indirect free kick. Another player must touch the ball. When the infringement occurs within 2 meters of the goal, the ball will be placed at a distance of 2 meters from the goal, so all opponents are at least 2 meters away from the ball when the indirect free kick is taken. So if the infringement was to happen, for example, 1 meter from the goal line, the game leader would move the ball back to 2 meters from the goal line so that the defending team could get between the ball and the goal line, but still maintain that 2 meter distance from the ball. Again, the free kick is indirect, which means the ball must be passed to a teammate. The teammate must touch the ball before a goal can be scored. Following is a list of fouls and misconduct. Again, understand that at this young age, the players who may cause these foul and misconducts do it without any intent. Again, explain to the player what the foul or misconduct is. It's an educational moment for them. It's a moment of learning, and hopefully they will not perform the foul or misconduct in the future. So this list of fouls and misconduct is just for your information. Important things to remember. Again, most acts of handball or fouls or misconduct at this level are caused by the children's lack of coordination, with no intent to harm. In this case, try to give the advantage to the attacking team and continue play. If you decide a deliberate or serious act of handball, foul or misconduct has occurred, gently explain to the child that they have done the wrong thing and they should try not to do this again. Again, use it as a moment of education and a moment of learning, not as discipline. So some tips. Use your voice for restarts. So you could say play, or you could choose to use ready, set, go. This will help the players understand that they should play quickly and get the ball active and into the game quickly. There is no need to use a whistle. We are discouraging game leaders from using whistles, but use the voice in place of the whistle. The game leader can carry spare soccer balls in their hands to allow for quick restarts when the ball leaves the field of play. Another alternative is to place spare soccer balls around the perimeter of the field and behind the goals. This way a child can grab the closest soccer ball and quickly restart the game, allowing for maximum playing time. The game leader should be enthusiastic, providing encouragement and praise to both teams. This will assist facilitators' players learning and the players having more fun. Some communication tips. Speak to the children using a friendly, warm, and encouraging tone. Do not raise your voice during the game towards the children. There again, no need for a whistle. Speak your decision and speak your instruction. When communicating with the children, try to get down to the player's eye level by getting down on one knee or crouching and speaking to the players at their level. Smile a lot. Create that environment where it's fun and everyone's enjoying themselves and having a good time. The game leader can certainly encourage that environment by smiling and enjoying themselves. Praise good play from all the players. Again, creating that positive environment, one of success and one of encouragement. The game leader's role is to help the children to fall in love with the game of soccer. That concludes the Game Leader training. Thank you for participating. We hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to visit E2E Coach Center and complete the short quiz to become fully certified as a game leader. If you have any questions about being a game leader, please contact your club, district association, or the Ontario Soccer Association. Thank you very much for participating in the program, and enjoy your time as a game leader. Thank you.